Hello, and thank you for joining me today. A weekly reading, and this is for Capricorn, and we've gone straight into it. The Death card and the Seven of Swords. This is the mythic tarot cards based on the Greek mythology. So let's get straight into it, Capricorn. This is what the energy is around for you guys this week. Thank you to everybody for joining and even have a chance to even say hello. So we have Hades, the god of the underworld, turning up in the Death card with the Seven of Swords. So transformation, there's a big change and ending happening for you guys this week, Capricorn. Now, because we've got it coupled with the Seven of Swords, they've both come out together. Let's have a look at this one. This is Hades, and this is the Seven of Swords. And so I just feel like I want to just look at this one for a moment before we get to Hades, because Hades is a very strong death card. It's a major arcana. But let's start with the Seven of Swords, because that's an interesting card to come up. And what I'm really drawn to is just this step, taking a step forward. Okay, so even though the path may seem dark at the moment, see, he's stepping forward and his shadow is being cast out in front of him. So it's a case of moving forward, but you're not moving forward into the light just yet. You're taking steps forward, but it's still in the darkness. You're transforming. I've just got the image of a chrysalis, like a butterfly in a little cocoon. You're in the cocoon at the moment, Capricorn. But you're taking steps forward. You're growing. You're growing. And so that's this sense that I'm getting this week for you guys with these two cards. This is a big thing for you that's happening, a big change. And just this Seven of Swords, it's very much, I think you know that this is happening within you, but other people may not be aware that this is happening at this stage. And it might even be that because the Seven of Swords has this element of doing something that is necessary, that requires discretion. So it may be that whatever situation you're in that isn't serving you, you are finding a way to kind of leave that situation, or there's something that needs to be done within that situation that you need to do without telling anybody necessarily. So this could also just be a big internal change that's happening within you. So it's a sense of you can feel these big internal changes, but you're stepping out. You're not stepping out into the light just yet. You feel like you're casting a shadow where you're walking almost, which is a strange thing moving towards change, because it might feel like you can tell that you're moving, but it doesn't feel like it's getting anywhere just yet. So it's this sense of moving forward with purpose. So I get this real sense of purposeness with this Seven of Swords, that you know what you're doing, you know what you have to do, but you're still in the shadows is really what's happening. So I feel like there's a big change coming up, and with the death card here with Hades, what I'm really drawn to is just the sun. I've just got the words dark night of the soul. So whatever, and the sun, the dawn comes after the darkest time. So I feel like for you guys, it may have been that you're going through a very difficult time at the moment. The dark night of the soul is kind of the feeling I'm getting for you guys, Capricorn. And I'm just also really drawn to this just one character here offering up this beautiful white flower. And this is the flower, this is like a narcissist flower. It's like a flower of self-love and self-acknowledgement. And so it's an offering. There's an offering happening, and I feel like this whole journey is very internal, Capricorn. I feel like it's a big thing happening on an energetic level. It's very an internal change, and it may be uh, reflected within external situations that are happening, but the offering is of self-love. Okay, it's about seeing. Let's just look at that beautiful little character. So the fact that she's naked as well, and she's so white and pure, it's like this very pure internal raw offering. It's bare. She's not wearing any clothes. She's not cloaked in anything else. It's just a pure offering of self-love that is being given to Hades, and this is the new dawn that's coming for you guys, Capricorn. I hope this is making sense. So I get with the Seven of Swords that this is kind of where you're at the moment. It feels more like you're in the Seven of Swords with the Death cards just kind of overhang. It's like overriding it. It's this cycle of change that's overriding it. But I feel like you're moving into the Death card from the Seven of Swords into the Death card, which is actually really positive because you're moving towards this new dawn. And so whatever it is with this Seven of Swords that you're doing, the energy around this is it's a necessary change that's not necessarily have to be revealed to anybody else. So let's see what else we get. And here we have the Page of Swords. So this is, what this can represent two things, okay? This can represent that there's a degree of people talking about you, like there's a degree of gossipy, kind of childlike behavior where people might be gossiping within a situation, or people are saying things that aren't for your best interests or the best. It's not like a particularly mature understanding of the situation. And this doesn't feel like you, it feels like people around you, Capricorn. And what I'm really drawn to is this is Zephyr, the west wind. He's just blowing it all away. Like, yeah, you can say what you like. I don't care. But so I feel like it's a little bit like water off a duck's back. Like, yeah, you're just kind of rising above it. Is that because see how he's way above in his little cloud? He's way, I just get really drawn to how high he is above these mountains, rising above it. I feel like whatever situation this is for you, that you're able to, you're rising above it energetically, physically, manifesting everything. So that's what this Seven of Swords is. Even though it feels like a bit of a dark journey, a dark night of the soul, it's you rising above out of the situation. And I really feel like the situation has a lot to do with reconnecting with yourself and reconnecting with how you value yourself and how you love yourself and what you see reflected back. Because this Page of Swords, these people are kind of just disinformation that's swirling around, whether it's people talking to you or people in your lives. They don't get you. They're not seeing the real you. That they're not seeing the internal change. They're just seeing the little external things that are happening. So there's this big internal change. They don't know who you are. Okay, they can't see you. Is the big message of this Page of Swords. Okay, so that's why I think it's like rising above it. If you're finding it hard to rise above it, that's kind of the perspective of this card, is that whatever's being thrown at you, it's not who you are. Okay, and who you are is actually very rapidly changing. It's this huge transformation. So great opportunity for transformation and change this week. And beautiful, the Hierophant. So notice a lot of the cards, like all the cards are kind of in the dark, except for the Death card. But I'll just try and get this one out. There's this element of darkness, and that's what. See, here we have the Hierophant, and this is Chiron, the wounded healer and the teacher, the wise teacher, who's in the cave. So there's this element, and Hades is what the dark cloak. There's this element of darkness happening. So whether you're in the dark or it's the dark night of the soul, or it's been a very difficult journey where you're at or where you've been, I feel like it's in the past. This circumstances is in the past, very difficult, and that you're kind of slowly moving and metamorphizing out of it. And what comes with that is this card, the Hierophant, which is wisdom and wise counsel, which is the opposite of this card, opposite of the Page of Swords. The Page of Swords is the most unwise counsel you can ever get, and the Hierophant is wise counsel. So both are available to you. Now, I feel like the Hierophant is actually you, Capricorn. I feel like this is you. And so this is kind of, again, there's this sense of this is what's going to happen, okay? See how he's in the dark cave? He's just about to emerge and come out, and he's pointing to the light. So the light is there. The light is starting to come in. So by going through this journey within and finding your own inner wisdom and connecting with that, who you are and it's all about how you know who you know you are inside, not what other people think of you. who you are and learning to like and love who that is with the narcissist flower. So when you go through that deep internal journey, looking into the cave of yourself, Chiron, the wise teacher, and then he's pointing, what I'm really drawn to is pointing to the light. So he's almost saying the light's coming, okay? He's got that funny, the light's coming. So he's coming in, he's your teacher, your teacher. So whoever that is, whether it's like you believe in guides or your soul, or whether it's a part of you that you're connecting with, there's a teacher energy coming in and they're guiding you to the light, okay? So this is all sounding really positive for you guys. Oh, well, here we go again. Ten of Swords is the ending card, okay? And this is, as I've been saying, ending of a very difficult situation for you guys. This is Athena, the goddess of wisdom and truth. So again, we've got wisdom and wisdom coming in, okay? Wisdom, not just truth, but it's really understanding it from a big perspective. The wisdom of what's happened, the wisdom of who you are, the wisdom of how to be in the world, not caring what other people think about who you are. And this is Athena coming in, just putting a stop to it. Chiron's come in a little bit of a softer energy. He comes in first. He's a bit more of the teacher energy, a bit of a softer healing energy. And then Athena comes in and she puts an end to it. And see, again, we've got the sun rising, the new dawn, okay? And she's pushing the dark. See the dark cloud? The dark cloud's being pushed away. And these guys represent, the darkness, the feeling like you've been cursed, that this situation is really difficult. They also can represent this guy. They're kind of these little, they're the things that have kind of been holding over you. They're not nice. They're the Furies. So they're the negative energies that have been in this past situation. And the thing with this card, so we've got two very strong endings here, Hades and the Ten of Swords. They are the two ending cards in the deck. Now, the Ten of Swords represents a definite ending. And because I'm really also drawn to the fact that there's the swords here and the shadow of the swords in the Seven of Swords, okay, the shadow. So the swords are all about the mind and how you've been thinking and perceiving things. It's been casting a shadow over you, letting other people, there's something about the way you've been thinking about yourself and your situation, but it really feels like it's about you and your self-worth. It's been casting a shadow. And I feel like that's in response to other people that you think around you and the situation around you. So the darkness is leaving, Capricorn. Okay, this is the ending. But this week you're in the ending. Okay, you're in the ending. And so you may feel a little bit like this little guy, Orestes, who's just kind of exhausted. It's like emotional exhaustion. Like, I'm just flat out. I just need to lie down. I just need a break. But the thing is that you need to remember is that this new dawn is rising. And Athena, she's strong. So she's coming in, putting a definite ending. So if it feels like at the beginning that you kind of walking towards a change, but it feels like it's still in the shadows, that's about to end, okay? The light is coming. So Athena's coming in really strongly and putting an end to a very, very difficult situation that you've been in. And it feels very much tested. Feels very much like there's people that have been testing you. People could have been nasty. It's just got the Furies. I'm really drawn to the Furies. Just their hands over you. It's just that feeling of someone kind of going like this to you. I can't even describe it. I just got the feeling of it. It feels like it's someone overhanging, like it's creepy. This card's all about an ancient curse that is over generations of families. So this is something that could have been happening. This is not something that's like a short-term thing. This is something that could have been happening for a while, a long time. So this difficult and dark cloud's been over you for a while. And it feels very much like it's a lot of other people or have been influencing this situation. People haven't necessarily, they've been, what's the right word? They haven't been doing the right thing by you. Okay, they've been pushing their own agenda is kind of the feeling I'm getting. So I feel like it's just a bit of self-interest from the other people. A bit of immature self-interest is kind of the feeling around it, but it's not having a good effect on you. So the good news is it's ending, and wherever you think that you are at the moment, if you feel like you're this Seven of Swords, you're taking steps forward, but you feel like you're still walking in the darkness, you don't feel like you're getting anywhere, there still feels like this shadow, you've still got these negative thoughts, which are these shadows down here that are kind of whirling around in your head, that is all about to change. So that's really positive, Capricorn. So let's pull one last card for you. This is a message from your soul, a little parting message from higher self above, whatever you believe that to be, the higher source energy. It's just a little parting message for you guys to see what we're getting for you. So I'm just going to shuffle for a second until I get told to stop. But yeah, it feels like I've got this sense of relief, but it's almost like it's such a big thing. It's like you just need to kind of rest and take some time out and just to absorb this ending. Okay. Oh, a card's just fallen out. So this is from, here we are, from the soul. Okay, the Nine of Swords, that's the difficult situation. It could even be depression or stress, okay, that has been over you in the past. I'm just despair. It's this feeling of despair. I've got Arestus. I'm just really drawn to him there. Just kind of, and it's just, and again, we've got the Furies, the Furies up here, the same little fellas that we've just got rid of here, the Ten of Swords. So your soul is acknowledging it has actually been a really difficult situation for you, okay, Capricorn, that if you're relating to this, that it understands. Sometimes this Nine of Swords represents just it's in your mind and it's not reality, but this time I'm getting that the situation actually really was very, very, very difficult for you. I just keep getting anxiety, stress. I get these swords. I feel like other people have been you feel like you've been under some sort of attack, whether it's psychically or just at work. Now, this situation could be for anything. It could be work related, it could be family related, it could be relationship related. You could relate it to absolutely anything in your life. So if you're relating to this, I think you'll really understand what we're talking about. So I feel like from this is the soul saying, I just get with the Nine of Swords, it's an acknowledgement. It's an acknowledgement that it has been really hard for you and that's important from up above, that they do know that it has actually been a really hard journey on you. And then we've got the Chariot, which is basically saying, see the darkness, the dark horse and the white horse. I feel like, it's still quite challenging at the moment. The situation could be moving forward. Again, it's this sense of moving forward, like the Seven of Swords, moving forward with the foot in the darkness. The Chariot's got a very different energy to it. So this is kind of more like charging forward, like I'm going to leave that darkness. It's this sense of behind. It's this sense of determination. And so the message I just got was, we're on your side. We're on your side and we're going to help you. So I feel like there's acknowledgement and there's support coming from up above, Capricorn. And that's what these two cards are representing, because I'm really drawn to the fact that the Chariot is leaving this darkness and the clouds behind. And we've got the clouds here, the kind of people that are not doing the right thing by you. So you're being supported in this journey, being supported from above in this journey, and there's an acknowledgement that it is a hard journey and that where you're at the moment is still might be feeling difficult. You haven't quite stepped into the light, but you're on the path, okay? You're nearly there, and that's the message for this week for you guys, Capricorn. So I hope that makes sense for you guys, and I just hope that hang in there, okay? You're nearly there. Is just the sense that I'm getting, and you're getting support. So, and this is the other really important thing I'm getting as well, is that your perception of the events and people is actually true. Sometimes when people are kind of doing this gossipy thing, or there's like people coming at you, you feel like being attacked, you're not sure what reality is, you're not sure of their intentions, you're not sure if your perception is right. And it's this real internal journey of trusting that what you believe and think about yourself and your self-worth is true. So that's the message for you guys this week, Capricorn. So take care. If you'd like to hear more, I will be subscribing. I will be uploading these at the same time each week. So please subscribe or like. Otherwise, take care and hope to see you next time. Bye.